extra squeak when I ran over them, as if the uneven boards were greeting my stay. The wind sounded louder than I'd remembered as it whistled through the cracked window panes. The creaking in the foundation warmly echoed off the hollow walls at a higher volume than it had before. The massive house glistened with candles and cobwebs. During the day I nestled in Alexander's corpse-cold arms, cuddling in his coffin. At night, we cranked Rob Zombie and had midnight showings of Fright Night. Alexander gave me the next best thing to a sparkling diamond ring, a dresser drawer. His dresser was as ancient as Dracula himself. A family-owned chipped oak bureau with glass knobs held his clothes in 5 3-foot-long drawers. Alexander emptied the middle one for me to be filled with anything I liked. One of the glass handles had broken, and he replaced it with a wooden raven. There was even a lock on the dresser. At first I thought it was a facade, but on closer inspection it was revealed to be real. Whereas everything in my bedroom, clothes, magazines, hair products, was cast about in an unorganized mess, my drawer at the mansion was in perfect order. Alexander brought out the best in me. It held a pair of socks, my Emily the Strange hoodie, a few t-shirts, and a bat-shaped sachet. I often felt jealous of the accessories I left there, which got to call the mansion their home, while I returned to my house on Dullsville Drive. I even managed to bake at the mansion. I prepared ghost-shaped cookies, cupcakes with witch hats, and chocolate Rice Krispie treats. With my new independence, I found a side of me that I didn't know existed. My parents were pleased, too, as long as I returned home for dinner and didn't stay out after midnight. My spirits were high, and they were content that I wasn't hiding under the covers all summer long. Alexander seemed happier, too, and inspired. When we weren't roaming the cemetery at night, he painted landscapes and portraits of me. He began to churn out one beauty after another. Many of them were upbeat pictures of places around town we'd visited: the golf course, Dullsville High, Oakley Park, Hatsie's Diner, the swings at Evans Park, and the historic library. These paintings were bright and vivid and sweet, and reflected his fondness for the town. I knew he had truly found his home here. But, unbeknownst to Alexander and me, all that was about to be changed by the letter that awaited him under the glow of the mansion's lights. Alexander took my hand in his as we left the mansion and strolled down its drive. When we reached the gate, he drew me close. "These last few weeks have been great. This is how it should always be. Just you and me." "For eternity?" I asked and stared up at him. His hair hung sexily over his soulful eyes. There was a contentment I hadn't seen in Alexander. He gave me a long, breathtaking, weak knee-making kiss. When we finally broke apart, something alongside the mailbox caught a reflection from the streetlight. The mailbox flag was sticking up. "Funny, does the mailman deliver your post at night? I thought only I knew your true identity." Alexander appeared puzzled, too. "Jameson is diligent about bringing the mail in as soon as it arrives." "Well, that couldn't have been later than noon," I said. "Maybe they made a special delivery." "I'll get it later," Alexander resolved with a shrug and put his arm around my shoulder. "I'll walk you home first." "Forget that," I said before he could lead me away. "Maybe it's an invite to a party, or notification that you won a trip to London. Or it could be a batch of coupons for pizza." I glared up at him. "Well, we'll never know unless you open it," I said coyly. Alexander paused. Then he reluctantly leaned against the rickety box. He reached his pale finger